Hi, it's Barb at Stamping for Beginners and Beyond, and today I wanted to show you where I create my cards. And I wanted to also tell you that you don't need to have a dedicated room or a lot of space. Right now I am in a one-car garage, and you can see that I have just this little walkway that you walk in. And my area that I have is roughly 9 feet this way by 7.5 feet this way. And I can tell you that it gets really hot out here. I'm in Central Florida, and there are times in the summer that sweat has dripped on my paper. So I do try to get out here in the morning or the evening, but most of the year it's really doable. So I just wanted to encourage new stampers that you don't have to have a lot of money or a dedicated space, but you can just start where you're at with what you've got. And I'm going to show you my stuff too. I also have a website that's called My 2K Card Challenge, and I am challenging myself to make 2,000 cards using just the products that I have, buying minimal supplies like adhesive and envelopes. And I also wanted to kind of document what I'm starting with and see how far I can go with that. So thanks to my mom, the camera woman today, and I'm going to start by just sharing with you, basically these are my Stampin' Up! Stamp sets, and I've elevated this back one so that I can actually have like 3 rows where I could only get on 2 shelves. And I sit here at my Ikea table. This is a really good table. I forget the name of it, but measure your space and see what you've got room for. And this is where I do most of my crafting. I really like actually having a smaller space because unlike a big room, you have to get up and run across the room to get things. And here I can just actually spin around and get my inks and my paper and my stamps and my envelopes, and everything is within arm's length. So once you have a tabletop, you need something to put it on. And what I've done is I went up to Walmart and I bought these filing cabinets, and this is where I keep my Stampin' Up! Papers. I have 4 large drawers, 2 on each side, and I keep my papers in these, and they're in file folders, and I've used an actual sample of the paper so that I can easily see what's what, and that's where I keep those. And then in the top, here's where I just keep scrap paper in here, and over here is where I keep my blocks, my clear blocks, and some few accessories. These are from Stampin' Storage, and this is where I keep my ink pads. And then I have rubber stamps down here, my stickles and stuff like that. And it's really amazing how much, let me see this one here, these little boxes hold. They don't look very big, but these are my Christmas stamps, and you can see that they hold quite a bit. So if you don't have access to these, you can use shoe boxes, which I have down here, and I bought these at a Home Depot for $1 each. So this is a real good alternative too. And then if you want to go over here, and I'm going to show them this area. Maybe you can stand there. She's the best. Oops, I'm so sorry. You got to watch these little pull chains. So these are my my shelves, and basically what I have here is the way I've arranged these boxes. These are rubber stamps as well, and this one has images in it, just like it could be any kind of like just a single image. And it's the same way with these here, more image stamps. And then I have my sayings in here. Okay. And on this shelf, I have my Christian stamps. Again, I'll show you that there's quite a few. one of these stamp sets can run $10 or $15, and there's just plenty of room in here to store them. Even have some wood mount stamps in there. And then I have my standalone dies, and then this is a really great thing if you can find a hard, this kind of like metal box. This is holding all of my dies. I don't keep the matching dies with the stamps. I just find it easier to keep them separate. One thing that I have done, and I can't find it right now. Oh, here's one. If I have a coordinating die and a stamp set that coordinate with one another, rather than keep them together because I just find it messy, I keep my dies in here, but I have a little sticker that I put on it, and that tells me that I have the coordinating dies. So I have them in that metal box. And then down here, unlike in my drawers, these are papers that came from Michaels. And sometimes I cheat and don't buy Stampin' Up! Stuff. I'm not a demonstrator, so I don't have to worry about that. But you can get really good deals on cardstock at Michaels. And I keep that separate because the color isn't exactly the same. So I can just look over here and see those. And then way down at the bottom here, again, in one of these metal bins are my punches. And over here I have a basket of what I call new stuff. And when I buy stuff at the store, I generally don't put it away until I've used it. And so all of this is my new stuff. I actually picked up some of these at a yard sale. But I still, like I said, I don't put it away. I will put it here and then try to use it before I put it away because I tend to forget about it. And I wanted to also show you that over here, this shelf, I keep Copic markers up here. I haven't really gotten into using this a whole lot, but I just have extra storage. I have colored crayons that I can use, watercolor crayons. Here is, these are my main papers. These are my white 110-pound cardstock, 60-pound white cardstock, my 110-pound off-white, and then this is one of my favorite cardstocks called Stickles True White. It's a really, really nice off-white. I'm going to do a whole video on that, but you can see the difference with those. So that's where I keep, this is what I use most of right here. And I have my, I don't cut with this, I do cut with this here on the table, but I score with that, and then I have my envelope maker and my little tiny stamping platform. And then right down here, this is my envelope shelf. In this box, I keep like clear envelopes and larger envelopes, like 5x7s. These three are my A2 envelopes, and I have white, off-white, and colors. And then I picked these little ones up at Walmart because they were inexpensive and I needed some, so I just keep them back there. And then another thing that I do is in these three containers, I have pre-folded cardstock. Basically, it's what's up here, but down here ready to go. And this is a horizontal. In the next slot, I keep vertical. And in the first slot, I use it as a liner inside a card if I'm using a dark card base. And then at the very bottom, I just have a few accessories, really nothing super pertinent to stamping. I do keep my catalogs down there. And then for my Copics, I keep them in this handy dandy box that my mother gave me. Thanks, Mom. And it's very easy to see all the colors that you have. And then it folds up and it just sits right down there. So that's my very small card making area. Again, 7.5 by 9. You don't need a lot of space. And I have a chair that I just spin around and get everything from. Oh, I do also have these. This is a really cool thing. Let me show you this and then I'll be done. Memento inks is one that I recommended on one of my earlier videos. and they fit so well into these drawers. And I think I got this drawer set at Michael's or Joann's. I think it was Joann's. And I just labeled the front of each of them, and then you can just open them up, and it just really holds a lot of ink in a very small space. Oh, and then I have over here in this small container is my are my embossing folders. And again, any containers that are a little bit heavier are going to be good. You could put these in one of the cardboard boxes, but if you can find the heavier ones, they're nice, because some of the stuff does get a little heavy, especially the punches. So that's it. Thank you for visiting my card area, and I hope that in a month my daughter's going to be moving out and going away to grad school, and I will show you my new and improved real craft room. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.